Now, let's talk about the Hadoop ecosystem. So, the Hadoop ecosystem includes multiple components that support each stage of big data processing, which can be broadly classified into four categories. The first one is ingestion. So, how do we bring data from different sources to Hadoop? So, Flume and Scoop are the tools that help in ingesting the data into HDFS. Second is storage. Since HDFS is a file system, we need something more. For example, a database system where we can store the data and query it in a meaningful way. HBase is a NoSQL database which is built on top of HDFS to store huge amount of data. Also, Hive can be used to store structured data and process it using SQL-like queries. Third is processing. Since we already discussed the MapReduce algorithm, which is the core of Hadoop framework for processing, there are other tools which can be utilized to process big data. Hive, Pig, and Spark are some of the most commonly used tools for this. Fourth is scheduling. So Uji is the tool used for managing the workflow of Hadoop jobs and scheduling the Hadoop jobs to run on a predefined date and time. So we will discuss about each of these in details in the upcoming slides. So what is Hive? So before explaining about Hive, let's take an example of the RDBMS systems like MySQL and Oracle. So since HDFS is a file system, all you have is a list of files, and if you want to process it, you can process it using MapReduce algorithm. But the writing of Java code is very difficult for a non-programmer. So Hive comes to the rescue. So all of the files that are lying in the HDFS, you can create tables on top of it and then query it using Hive. So Hive is more suited for structured data. So it is built on top of Apache Hadoop for providing data query and analysis. Hive is designed for OLAP. OLAP means online analytical processing. So there is a difference between OLAP and OLTP. Oracle, MySQL, and SQL Server are OLTP systems, which are online transaction processing. But Hive is for online analytical processing. That means it can always be used for transactional systems. It is mainly used for analytical systems. Hive stores all of the data in databases or schema and tables. It provides a SQL type language for querying called HiveQL or HQL. We will have a look at the Hive in just a moment. I'm opening a terminal here. Just type the word Hive. So the Hive is installed here, and when you type the Hive here, it will open the Hive CLI. Launching the Hive command line interface. So now it is open. If you want to see what are the databases here, you can run so databases. So databases. Now you can see that there are certain databases here. If you want to see utilize a particular database, let's say we want to see what are the tables inside employees. So tables, and now it will give you all of the tables under employee database. So we also have employees table here. So let me just do a select query. Fetch 6 rows. Table not found employee because here S was missing. So this particular table has 300,000 of rows. So that's why it is just printing out all of the data into the console. So make sure that you do not use select star from a particular table name command. If you want to see a few data, just like limit 5. It will give you 5 data. So here, as you can see, there is no header. So it is the table itself is created from HDFS systems. So if I want to see header, set Hive. Want to see CLI print header. Now you can see that it is displaying the header also. Employees.employee number, employee.birth date, first name, last name. So as you can see here, it is not a very proper formatted data. You can use any kind of other JDBC tools to connect to the Hive and get the data back and display in a proper format. So the example which you remember for the word count program in MapReduce, what we will do is we will try to mold it into a Hive format. For example, the same thing which you achieved using MapReduce program, we will try to achieve using Hive. So for that, let's see what are the tables we have. Okay, I'm using the database org. In that, I have a table, and the table called text. So what I will do is select star. As you can see there, if you remember, this is just the header. This is just one column called line, and text is the table name. As you can see, it is the same. The table contains the same data that was in the file, and we want to generate the count or the word count and its frequency. So let's write a simple query for it. Select word. We're splitting by space from text. Then we were grouping by word. For each word we want the count, right? And then also sorted. If you remember, it was the words were sorted, so we are also sorting it. So behind the scenes, you see that it will also launch a map and reduce in behind the scenes. As you can see that the job has started. Total jobs 2, number of reduced tasks not specified. So based on the input data size, it has taken the reduce task to be 1. So now map will start. So if you remember the same thing, map 0%, reduce 0% in map reduce program through Java, which we submitted. Here we submitted the query, but the underlying framework, how Hive is evaluating, is also using the MapReduce framework. But you do not have to write the Java code, the long Java code for that. Just a simple query, and it is running. Let's wait for it. Now map is completed. It is running the reduce phase. You will see a lot of output here. So this is your the URL of where you can track your job. So when talk about Yarn as a resource manager. So in Hadoop, the Yarn is a resource manager which manages the allocation of resources on the cluster, Hadoop cluster. Now, as you can see here that a map is completed and reduce is also completed. And finally, it should display the output which we want. The second first job was completed. Now this is the second job which is getting launched, because we used order by, and we use group by. So grouping and then ordering are two different things, so it forms two different stages. So that's why there were two jobs internally. So now it is sorting. Map is 100% done, reduce is 100% done. And if you remember, the same thing we got there guys to hello one, hi one, welcome one. Now you can imagine how easy it is to write the query rather than to write this the MapReduce program, this much of mapper, then reducer, and the driver, right? So I hope you got an idea about what is Hive and why it is used. This was just a sample use case because I wanted to show you the comparison between getting the result, like finding out the word count frequency using MapReduce and Hive. Hive is used for several other purposes in industry. So for our demo, we have seen the word count program.